he's leaving. Live here at James C. Fox Field for some Old Dominion Athletic Conference matinee baseball. Mark Robertson here with you, riding solo on the call today, giving Joe Hutzler the day off. Well, sort of. He's down the first base line running that camera. Sam Rice here directing, and that's your Lynchburg Hornets Sports Network, crew for today's ODAC baseball game. Your Lynchburg Hornets are playing host to the Tigers of Hampton-Sydney College. Hampton-Sydney coming in having won 3 straight against Lynchburg. 6-6 overall this year, 3-4 in the Old Dominion Athletic Conference. And they'll get a look at Brandon Pond, the right-hander on the mound for Lynchburg here in the first meeting between these two teams here in 2021. Pond, the junior from the Richmond area, enjoying quite the season so far for Lynchburg on the mound. Well, I shouldn't say quite the season. Pond a sub 2 ERA last year. He's sitting at 3.03 this year. 2 wins and 3 losses. Sort of a victim there of little run support here early on, but he has pitched well for Lynchburg, and he's going to get the start today after he was supposed to go game 2 over the weekend, a game that wound up getting rained out here against Eastern Mennonite in Lynchburg. Pond going to face a Hampton-Sydney lineup that's led off by center fielder Ethan Badine. Batting second, the second baseman Lucas Burnett. Hitting third baseman Ryan Clausen. Batting cleanup, the first baseman Trey Carnes. Shortstop Ryan Boyce will bat 5th. Left fielder Max Whitcomb 6th. Jay Beavers catching and batting 7th. And Julian Francis Pollock, the designated hitter, 8th. And Timothy Hart, the right fielder, 9th. Lynchburg defense ready. Pond atop the rubber with the ball. Badine steps in and is ready. Strike 1, swinging on a fastball high. Pond readies the 0-1. Breaking ball swung on and missed. Quickly 0-2. Nice job by Pond to get ahead. Badine hitting .406 on the season so far as he watches ball 1 miss just outside. He's played in 8 games. Started the 8 he's played in. 13 hits, 1 double, 4 RBI. Check swing there. He did not go around, says the first base umpire Nathan Hamlet. Now 2-2 the count on Badine. Pond readies, delivers. Misses high, 3-2. Just getting underway here, top of the first inning. Lynchburg and Hampton-Sydney, your baseball teams on the field. Hampton-Sydney, the visiting team in maroon. Pond went back high with the fastball again and got him swinging. So he gets him 0-2, falls behind 3-2 before Badine chases the fastball high. And that's the first out of the ball game today. Lucas Burnett will step in, the Tigers' second baseman. Burnett hitting .357, 15 hits on the season, 4 RBI, 2 extra base hits, both of them doubles. First pitch from Pond, fastball misses high. Formula worked the first time around, why not try it again? Pond gets the sign, deep breath, into the windup. Breaking ball in there, 1-1 the count. Around the Lynchburg defense, Holden Fiedler is behind the plate, calling the pitches. Avery Combs at first, P.J. Alvanos at second. Ryan Long, the freshman, playing shortstop. That one's chopped foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Another freshman at third base in number 15, Gavin Collins. Collins, a big 8th inning 8th inning, 7-run outburst, hit his first collegiate home run over the weekend. So no doubter to left field. Pond delivers. Breaking ball again, got him swinging. 2 Tigers down, both by way of the strikeout, as Brandon Pond has it working early here for Lynchburg. Avery Neves is the left fielder today for the Hornets. Kinston Carson, Skinny as he's known to his teammates, playing center. And Jackson Harding in right field. 2 out, nobody on for Ryan Clausen. Clausen hitting .275, 9 RBI. That's tops among the Hampton-Sydney team for the 3-hole hitter. 0-1 now the count. Pond scrapes the outside corner with that one. One chopped to short, long over in the hole. Plants, throws, and it's in time. Great play by the freshman shortstop, Ryan Long, to end the inning. Ball in the hole, and he turns and fires a bullet across the diamond. Avery Combs, and Brandon Pond sets the Tigers down in order in the top of the 1st inning. Score after half of 1, Hampton-Sydney 0, Lynchburg up to bat. This is Lynchburg Baseball on the Lynchburg Hornets Sports Network. Back here for bottom of 1 at James C. Fox Field. Lynchburg getting ready to take its first swings of the ball game after Brandon Pond and the Hornet defense shut the Tigers down in order in the top of the 1st. Trenton Tiller on the mound for Hampton-Sydney. Tiller, the right-hander, with a 5.18 ERA. He's got an 0-2 record heading into today. Number 6 rocks and fires, and strike 1 into Jackson Harding, Lynchburg right fielder, who is leading off for the Hornets. Tiller, the wind, delivery, swung on to center field. Fly ball should be playable. Badine ranges back and does put it away. The quick 1 out for Hampton-Sydney here in the bottom of the 1st. You saw Harding, the leadoff hitter. Now Garrett Jackson, designated hitter today, steps in. 5 home runs on the year for Jackson. He'll be followed by Kinston Carson, center, hitting 3rd. Avery Neves, the left fielder, is batting cleanup. Avery Combs, batting 5th at first base. Gavin Collins is hitting 6th, the 3rd baseman today. Tiller's first pitch in there for strike 1 to Jackson. P.J. Alvanos is hitting in the 7-hole. He's the 2nd baseman for the Hornets. Holden Fiedler hitting 8th and catching, and Ryan Long, the shortstop, who made the nice defensive play to end the top of the 1st, is batting 9th. Jackson looks at a curveball now that does sneak in there on the inside corner for strike 2. Lynchburg Jr., former ODAC Rookie of the Year, is down 0-2 here quickly in his first plate appearance of the day. Tiller, the 0-2, curveball, just missed outside. Good eye by Jackson there, apparently. Jackson ready, and Tiller the delivery. Swung on, fouled off. Mentioned Hampton-Sydney has won the last 3 meetings between these two rivals. Tiller got him swinging. That one does go to the backstop, though. Jackson drops the bat and hustles down to first, and he will reach on the strikeout / wild pitch. Jackson, the first base runner today. And we'll set the table for Kinston Carson, who's playing center field today. Left-handed Carson steps in, now in his 3rd year at Lynchburg. First pitch from Tiller misses outside. 1-0 now. Jackson short lead off first. Lynchburg likes to run as a team, but Jackson not so much individually. There's strike 1 from Tiller. Both these teams like to run, actually, looking at the stat sheet. Hampton-Sydney 27 for 31 in 12 games on the base paths. Some pretty efficient thievery there by the Tigers this year. See Carson swing through that one. Lynchburg in the stolen base department, 48 for 57. Coach Lucas Jones did tell me one time, you got to lead the country in something. Lynchburg will try to do it in stolen bases this year. That ball misses high. Beavers, the catcher, is ready for that running game we've been talking about. 2-2 the count. Tiller is checking over quite a bit. No throws over yet. And Jackson's lead not particularly aggressive. Tiller set and the pitch. Got Carson with the high fastball as he swung through it. Kinston visibly upset with himself. Should be for chasing that pitch. There's 2 outs. Brings up Avery Neves, who has been absolutely blistering hot so far this year at the plate. Neves, the transfer from Chesapeake College, junior college in Maryland. He's hit 8 home runs. Eight home runs in 19 games, 365 average. And he's 8 for 9 stealing bags as well. 1-0 swinging there, fouls it high and back, out of play. 1-1 now the count. Tiller trying to put up a 0. Match Brandon Pond's top of the first. Garrett Jackson, the runner at first. Tiller set, the 1-1. Fastball outside. Beavers thinking about the back pick there, but decided not to make the throw. Now a hitter's count for Neves. Mentioned Gavin Collins' home run in that 8th inning rally against Eastern Mennonite on Saturday. Neves hit a monster 3-run shot. Worked its way through the raindrops and over the left field fence. That one down Broadway, and Neves looks at it. 2's across the top of the scoreboard now. Jackson the leadoff first. Tiller set. Breaking ball. Missed high. Beavers popped out of the crouch there and may have obstructed the umpire's view because that Did look like strike 3. Now we got a full count. Jackson will be moving now. 3-2 and 2 outs. Neves swings through it, so the runner doesn't matter. And Hampton-Sydney makes it through the first inning unscathed, despite the wild pitch that allowed Jackson to reach. No score after 1. This is Lynchburg Baseball on the Lynchburg Hornets Sports Network. Back here for top of the second inning here. Hampton-Sydney and Lynchburg scoreless through 1. Both pitchers brought their strikeout arms today. Brandon Pond with 2 strikeouts through the first inning. And Trenton Tiller with 3, although one of those did reach on a wild pitch. But no damage for either team in the first, and now Pond will go to work on the Tigers lineup in the second. First Hampton-Sydney hitter is first baseman Trey Carnes, who swung through a couple of breaking balls. Tigers being very aggressive in the count. Maybe trying to offset the swing and miss potential that Pond has. But that's on full display there as Pond makes quick work of the Tiger cleanup hitter. 3 straight breaking balls, 3 straight strikes, and the first out of the second inning. Ryan Boyce, the shortstop. Boyce looking to join the long line of Hampton-Sydney shortstops that have wreaked havoc on Lynchburg in recent years. Jonathan Treisler, who's now on staff for the Tigers, most recently comes to mind. He was always seemed to be a Hornet killer. Boyce, a sophomore from Suffolk, over in the Tidewater. Check swing there, and it hit him on the arm, and that will be Hampton-Sydney's first base runner of the game. See, Holden Fiedler asked the home plate umpire, didn't he swing there? And now 2 umpires have said, confirmed that Boyce has not offered at the pitch. So the hit by pitch will put Hampton-Sydney's first runner aboard. Here's Max Lipscomb. Lipscomb, the left fielder. Junior from Virginia Beach. High school teammate of Lynchburg's Garrett Jackson, the designated hitter today. Floyd Kellum High. Throw over by Pond. Boyce back in easily. Pond delivers 0-1. Fastball in the inside corner. Hampton-Sydney putting something on here. It's head coach Jeff Kinney making the signals from the dugout. Lipscomb has his instructions. And another throw over, not in time. Mentioned both teams like to run. Lipscomb fly ball to left field, fairly deep. Neves backpedaling into the shadows there and does make the catch for out number 1. Excuse me, out number 2. First strikeout happened so fast. And I didn't even know it. Here's the catcher, Jay Beavers. Runner on first is Ryan Boyce. He was hit by a pitch. Another throw over there by Pond, but the tag too late. Beaver's been very active behind the plate in the first 2 innings. In a good way. Looks at ball 1 there. Pond missed with a breaking ball. Tigers coach Jeff Kinney again, putting some kind of play on. Runner does not go. This one's hit well to center. Carson ranging back on it, got a good jump and is able to run it down. Made a tough play look easy there as that ball was tailing away from him into the gap. But Lynchburg will get through the second unscathed. Through 1.5, no score. Zeros across the board. No hits, no errors yet either. We'll be back for bottom 2. This is Lynchburg Baseball on the Lynchburg Hornets Sports Network. Back here for bottom 2, Lynchburg Baseball. No score yet. Brandon Pond and Trenton Tiller both been fantastic on the mound for their respective teams to this point. But it's early. Hornets getting ready to take their second look at Tiller, the Tiger right-hander. Avery Combs, the first baseman, to lead off. Combs watches ball 1 miss low. Big left-handed hitter, local product, EC Glass High School. Check swing, strike 1 there. And 1-1 the count now to Avery Combs. Combs hitting .317, and that'll raise the old average. Sharp single to center. And Lynchburg has a leadoff base runner, and that's the first hit of the ball game for either team. Here's Gavin Collins, freshman third baseman, who has hit his way into the everyday lineup. .319 average in 13 ball games for Collins. 15 hits, 2 doubles, 2 triples, 1 home run. That came Saturday against Eastern Mennonite. Watches breaking ball for strike 1 there. Collins from Clifton, Virginia. One of a good contingent of Northern Virginia natives now on this Lynchburg team. Coach Jones, Beasley, and the staff have had tremendous luck recruiting up there, as evidenced by guys like Collins. 0-2 the count now to the freshman. Pops his heels and now settles into his stance. Tiller, the set, the pitch, hanging breaking ball. Collins out in front of it. Lines it foul. Sunny day here in Lynchburg. Hardly a cloud in the sky. A little bit of breeze going out toward right center field, judging by the flag. Temperature in the 60s, a beautiful day for ODAC baseball. Collins rung up there, watched a fastball clip the outside corner. That's out number 1. Here's P.J. Alvanos, junior second baseman. Steps in, combs the runner on first. Time called on the field. It's like Beavers, the catcher, has something in his eye. Takes off his mask, blinks it off, and now it looks like everybody's ready to go. First pitch, misses low. Tiller, the junior right-hander from Powhatan, Virginia. Just this side of Richmond. Comes set, the pitch, check swing, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Bottom of 2. Avery Combs led off the inning with a single. Gavin Collins struck out looking. Here's Alvanos, looking for his chance to do some damage. Breaking ball misses outside. Lynchburg 11-8 on the year, 4-2 in ODAC play. Earned a win over Eastern Mennonite on Saturday. Alvanos skies this one in foul territory. It will get out of play. Tiger third baseman Clausen right over there hanging on the fence to give it a look. 2-2 now the count. Alvanos also a part of that rally in the 8th inning that put the Hornets back on top on Saturday against Eastern Mennonite. Had a key pinch hit single. Fouls another one off there, 2-2. That one might make it all the way down to the tennis, where the Lynchburg women are getting ready to take on Southern Virginia. Hopefully it didn't find its way on the court, disrupt play. Good match going on down there. Both quality teams. Lynchburg's women's tennis team still unbeaten in 2021. Alvanos chases one in the dirt there for strike 3. So Tiller, a couple strikeouts, looking to maybe get out of this inning, keeping the threat at a minimum after the leadoff single. Let's see what Holden Fiedler has to say about that. Lynchburg's junior catcher digs in. Fiedler hitting .325 this year. Only 1 extra base hit, 5 RBI. It's great when the bottom half of your order is getting on base at a clip like Holden is. Oh and 1 now. It looks at strike 1. Tiller set the 0-1. Breaking ball. Let go of it early. Avery Combs, the runner at first, no threat to run. Tiller set, fastball in there for strike 2. One and two, 2 outs. Tiller set, Fiedler ready at the plate. The pitch in the dirt for ball 2. Beavers blocked it, couldn't find it, but Combs did not make a move towards second. So now 2's across. No score here in the bottom of the second. Just 1 hit. That was Combs' single earlier this half inning. Brandon Pond. A couple of scoreless innings for Lynchburg. Tiller trying to put up his second 0 here for the Tigers. Set, do it again at 2-2. Fastball swung on to right field. Should be plenty of room for Hart to get under it, and he does. And that will do it for Lynchburg in the second. Still no score. This is Lynchburg Baseball on the Lynchburg Hornets Sports Network. Back here for the top of the 3rd inning in this Old Dominion Athletic Conference baseball matchup. Hampton-Sydney and Lynchburg here on Westover. James C. Fox Field. Tigers have won 3 in a row in this rivalry series. No score so far in this one. Julian Francis Pollock, the designated hitter for Hampton-Sydney to lead it off. Franks Pollock, excuse me, I can't write. Franks Pollock, the Virginia Beach native. Takes that one outside and low for a ball, 1-1. Pond fastball misses high now, 2-1. No hits yet for the Tigers. Pond catches the outside corner with that one, 2-2 now the count to the Hampton-Sydney designated hitter. Strike 3 there, right through that one. Brandon Pond's 4th strikeout of the afternoon. Here's the right fielder, Timothy Hart. Hart wearing number 20, sporting the flow and the sunglasses in there. He reeled in the final out of the last half inning. Squares to bunt. Foul ball, strike 1. Hart listed as a right-handed pitcher on the roster, also from Powhatan, as is today's starter, Trenton Tiller. Been 216 in 11 games. Playing solid defense in right field. Swings and fouls that one back. 1 ball and 2 strikes now on Hart. Pond, the windup, breaking ball, spoiled by Hart. Keeps it 1-2. We'll do it again at 1-2. Pond, the high lead kick, misses with the fastball. Two and two, got him with the fastball for out number 2. I believe Holden Fiedler thought that was the 3rd out of the inning. Threw me off a little bit as he kind of flipped it back toward the mound, as catchers are wont to do. And we'll flip the lineup card over for Hampton-Sydney. Ethan Badine, the center fielder, back in. He struck out swinging his first time up. 1-0 now the count on Badine. Pond hits with that one. Outside corner. 1-1 now. Pond, deep breath, gets the sign, winds, and delivers. That one skied out to right field. If it stays fair, it would... I thought it was going to get down, but Jackson Harding cruised on under it. Nice read there by Jackson in right field. Terrible call by me here in the booth. That'll be 3 up, 3 down for Hampton-Sydney in the 3rd inning. We'll go to bottom of 3 with no score. This is Lynchburg baseball on LHSN. Back here at Fox Field, and our first substitution of the game. Hampton-Sydney with a new arm. Be Justin Woodall, who has been arguably the Tigers' best pitcher so far this season. 2-0 record, 2.01 ERA. In 4 starts, this is his first relief appearance. He and Tiller are the weekend arms for Hampton-Sydney. Getting a little work here in on a Tuesday. Woodall, 6-foot right-hander wearing number 12, Mechanicsville, Virginia. Another Richmond area product. Working out of the set, and he will face Ryan Long, the freshman shortstop. Steps into the box for the first time this afternoon for Lynchburg. 0-1 the count to Long. Woodall set again. The 0-1. Breaking ball swung on. End of the bat kind of blooper as the shortstop ranges out and makes the play. That's Ryan Boyce. Puts that one away. And one quick out for Hampton-Sydney here in the bottom of the third. So Lynchburg will flip the lineup card now, and Jackson Harding, the right fielder. He flew out to center his first time. Woodall, first pitch to Harding, gets in there at the knees for strike one. Woodall set, delivers the 0-1. Curveball missed inside. Harding skips out of the way. One and one, the count to Harding. The pitch misses outside. 2-1 now. Harding hitting in the leadoff spot for Lynchburg today. Fouled off of himself in the box, and as you heard the umpire say, it will stay here. Harding, a junior now, came in as a middle infielder. He was small, quick. He's worked hard, put on some poundage, and has become one of Lynchburg's better options at the corner outfield spots and toward the top of the order now as a junior. Swings through that one, though, for strike three. And out number two. So here's Garrett Jackson. He struck out but reached on a wild pitch in the first. One of Lynchburg's two base runners so far. Jackson normally playing second base. He's the designated hitter today. Looks at a curveball in there for strike one. Five home runs on the year for Jackson. Just a .247 average, though, as he swings through that one. 18 hits and a team best 14 RBI. Excuse me, Avery Neves is driven in 31. We'll take Avery out of the equation when we talk about team bests, at least in the offensive category, because you can assume that he's got it as hot as he's been. Breaking ball there, Jackson swings through it, and that's a 1-2-3 inning for Woodall and the Tigers. We go to the fourth, no score. This is Lynchburg baseball on the Lynchburg Hornets Sports Network. Back here for inning number 4, midweek ODAC baseball action. Hampton-Sydney and Lynchburg scoreless here on Fox Field in the Hill City. Mark Robertson, Sports Information Director here at Lynchburg, happy to be with you on the call. Give Joe Hutzler a well-needed day off for his vocal cords. He's over there running the camera. And I'm here in the Dan Woldridge press box with Sam Rice, who's interning and directing, doing a fantastic job for LHSN. Brandon Pond still on the mound for the Hornets. Hits with strike 1, here to lead off the 4th, against Lucas Burnett. Burnett fouls that one back. Arguably the Tigers' hottest hitter so far in the young season. Hitting .357 coming into the game, but he struck out his first plate appearance here today, and he fouls that one back and is now down 0-2. Burnett, a freshman from Hurt, Virginia. He's Gretna Hawk. Strikes out. Fiedler chases that one up the line and will throw over to Combs at first for number 1, the inning. That's strikeout number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for Brandon Pond. Right-hander is missing bats today for sure. He is the team leader in strikeouts headed into today. Misses there for ball 1. Looks like he slipped on the delivery. Looked back at the rubber at least, as though he had not come off of it the way he exactly wanted to. Pond, deep breath, into the wind. Fastball swung on, popped up to center. Clausen unhappy with himself. Looks like maybe that was a ball. It was belt high that he should have barreled up a little more, but Kinston Carson camps out under it, and that's out number 2. Some words for each other, Pond and Clausen there after the out was made. Not sure what that was about. But Pond nonetheless back on the rubber. And he gets Trey Carnes to swing through a breaking ball. Pond has retired 7 in a row now since hitting a batter in the 2nd. That's Hampton-Sydney's only base runner. It's because of pitches like that. Got Carnes to swing through another curveball. And fastball, and that's a quick strike 3. 7 strikeouts for Brandon Pond through 4 shutout innings. Lynchburg and Hampton-Sydney scoreless, going to the Hornets half of the 4th here. This is Lynchburg baseball on LHSN. Back here for bottom 4. Lynchburg and Hampton-Sydney still scoreless. Kinston Carson leading off the bottom half for Lynchburg. Carson patrolling center field today. Struck out swinging his first time up. But will face a new opponent on the mound this time in Woodall, who threw a scoreless 3rd inning is now back out for the fourth on what appears to be a bullpen day for the Tigers. Breaking ball, strike one, as Carson watches that one cross the plate. 0-1 the count. Carson, the grad transfer from William and Mary. He finished his degree there in 3 years. Had a redshirt year to deal with, so he'd only played 2 seasons for the Tribe. And he said he'd move on over to Lynchburg, where he got his master's in athletic training and got a chance to play for the Hornets just like his dad did. Carson lines that one to first. It is scooped up by Carnes. Nathan Hamlet, the first base umpire, actually says, no, Carnes caught that on the fly, so that'll go down as a line out to the first baseman. Carson delivers what might be Lynchburg's hardest hit ball of the day to this point, but it becomes out number 1 of the 4th inning. Avery Neves stepping in. Neves, the left fielder, also 0 for 1. He struck out swinging against Trenton Tiller, the Hampton-Sydney starter. 1-0 there now to Lynchburg's number 30. The ODAC's leader in home runs with 8. Watches that one miss outside. Now 2-0. Neves in the driver's seat here and going to look for something to drive. Just 1 hit for the homestanding Hornets right now. That was an Avery Combs single in the 2nd inning. Neither team has had a runner past first base. The 2-0. Catches the outside corner, 2-1. Not what Neves was looking for. Still a hitter's count for the big sophomore. Woodall gets the sign and in the stretch. The pitch. That one fouled off. 2-2 now to Avery Neves. 1 out. Neves from Reston, Virginia. Yet another one of those Northern Virginians helping the Hornets out. Time called behind the plate. Looks like that was the umpire's time. Speck of dust in his eye. Everybody ready now, and we'll get back to it. Woodall, the sign and the set. Delivery, breaking ball, and that one's turned right back around by Neves into center field. That'll go for a single. And Lynchburg has its 2nd hit of the ball game. And here comes the guy who had the first one. First baseman Avery Combs. Head coach Lucas Jones over there in the 3rd base box giving signs. Let's see if Neves is on the move here in the 4th inning with no score. He does have 8 stolen bases so far this year. Aggressive lead, not going on the first pitch. Combs takes it outside for ball 1. Hampton-Sydney's first baseman Carnes using an interesting style of holding the runner on. He's not actually on the base. About a step off the line. Don't see that a whole lot. Fastball misses outside for ball 2. First time Woodall has delivered with a runner on the base paths. Sometimes that can mess with you a little bit as a pitcher. And so far, he has not found the strike zone with either of his deliveries, with Avery Neves standing over there. 2-0 the count, hitter's count for Combs. Fastball in there for strike 1, 2-1 now. The signs from Coach Jones. The lead. The set. Woodall, the pitch. Breaking ball in there, strike 2. So Woodall comes back from down 2-0 to even the count at 2-2. 1 out, runner on first. No score here in the bottom of the 4th. Combs in his stance, Woodall in the set. Runner is going. Breaking ball skied out to center field. Neves is going to have to turn around as the center fielder, Badine, comes in and makes a diving, rolling catch. He did catch the ball and got it back into the infield rather quickly. But he seems to have hurt himself. And athletic trainer Dane Bauer is going to go out and check on the Hampton-Sydney center fielder, who's walking off the field on his own power, but it does appear to be his shoulder. Really, really nice defensive play there by Badine, who was playing deep. Well, and now he seems to have, he's working his shoulder out. He seems to have been dislocated and popped back in. I don't know if what exactly happened there, but sometimes just the shock of a potential injury scares you a little bit. And the athletic trainer comes out, but Badine going to stay in the game. Head coach Jeff Kinney met him about halfway out there, about where the second baseman plays, and all of a sudden he just turned around, tried to back out to his position. Also 2 outs, runner on first, and Gavin Collins at the plate, Lynchburg's third baseman, is 0 for 1. He struck out looking. Neves was moving on the ball hit to center field, probably prompting that throw over there by Woodall. Woodall comes set. The pitch, breaking ball swung through by Collins. Neves the lead off first, not nearly as aggressive. Carnes traditionally holding him on now. Collins ready. Woodall the pitch. Fastball misses high. 1-1, 2 outs. No score here in the 4th. Woodall set at the belt. Breaking ball misses high. Now 2-1 to Collins. Woodall leads Hampton-Sydney's team with 23 strikeouts. Neves on the run. Collins swung through it, and interference is going to be called. And that's going to be the 3rd out of the inning as Collins is out on interference. And that's been a point of emphasis for ODAC umpires here for quite some time now. They always do seem to be looking for it, and if the catcher makes any contact whatsoever with the batter, that will be the call. So that will do it for 4 innings of baseball. And no score, we're headed to the 5th. This is Lynchburg Baseball on the Lynchburg Hornets Sports Network. back here for the top of the 5th inning. And a new wing for Lynchburg on the mound. It's number 28, that's Zach Potts, the right-handed sophomore from Oldville, Virginia. Potts has been one of the most effective pitchers for the Hornets so far this season. 26 2/3 innings, 3.71 ERAs, 3-0 in the decisions department. Now making his 5th relief appearance as he's kind of worked into that middle innings role with Brandon Pond on a pitch count. Potts is the next option, looking to throw zeros up on the board the same way that Pond did. Shortstop Ryan Boyce is as yet the only Hampton-Sydney Tiger to reach base today. He was hit by a pitch in the 2nd inning. That was Pond's only base runner allowed. Facing a 1-2 count here against Potts. Pond struck out 7 over 4 hitless innings. That one's lined down the third base line, ruled foul by the umpire. Billy Catron, the assistant coach for Hampton-Sydney, third base coach, pleading his case, but once it's called foul, there's not really much you can do about it. So it will stay 1-2 to Boyce. Potts delivers to the Tiger shortstop. Check swing, a ball in the dirt. He did go, and Holden Fiedler tags him out. So that'll go down as the 8th strikeout of the day for Lynchburg pitching, and the first for Potts. 1 out now here in the top of the 5th, still no score. Max Lipscomb flied out to left his first time up. Looks at strike 1 in there at the top of the strike zone. Potts the 0-1. Fastball. Lipscomb late on it. Fouls it away. No balls, 2 strikes to the Tiger left fielder. That one lined in the gap in right center, and that'll be Hampton-Sydney's first hit of the day. Lipscomb racing around first, looking at 3 as the ball does get over the cutoff man, but Avery Combs is there to track it down, and Lipscomb will hold with a double. That's the first runner in scoring position of the ball game for either team. Here's the catcher, Jay Beavers, flew out to center his first time up. The best scoring opportunity of the day to this point. Potts set and the pitch in there for strike 1. Potts, like his predecessor Brandon Pond, wearing his pants rolled up to the knee, showing off those striped socks. Don't see a lot of pitchers do that. Except in Division III, pitchers do all kinds of stuff in Division III. Beavers swings through that one for strike 2. Potts gets the sign. An extended run through the signs with the runner on second. And Beavers does call time. Smart move there. Give your runner on second another look at him. If that guy, Lipscomb in this case, can figure out what's coming, that's a huge advantage for the offense. Potts misses there, now 1-2. Anytime you get a look at the run through the signs at second base, trying to see if you can figure out that sequence and see what Fiedler is calling. And then subtly try to pass that along to the hitter at the plate. Potts misses inside with a fastball there. Two and two now the count. As you see Lipscomb tip his cap there. That means he knows what the sign is, probably. Done it the last two pitches. Potts with an extended look now. This is where the defense needs to step up. Somebody say something. Hey, they've got the signs, and then change the sequence. Potts set, and the pitch. This one chopped out back in front of the mound like a bunt. Potts fields it, throws down to first just in time to get the hustling Beavers for out number 2. Will serve as a productive out, though, as Lipscomb moves up to third base. Beavers is out 1-3. And here is Julian Franks Pollock, the DH for Hampton-Sydney. Looks at strike one there. Potts trying to dodge that one-out double. Lipscomb, who hit it, is standing on third. That one chopped up the line. Potts over to field it. Throws across, and Avery Combs can't handle the throw. Hampton-Sydney's on the board. Potts' throw was kind of high and wide. Avery Combs got a glove on it, but could not keep control of the ball. And it will go down as a throwing error against the pitcher. And Hampton-Sydney has a 1-0 lead here in the top of the 5th. Timothy Hart, the right fielder, in. Hart struck out his first time up. So the Tigers finally putting the ball in play a little more. The sharp double by Lipscomb, and then a couple weak ground balls that did not get past the pitcher's mound wind up in a Hampton-Sydney run. Potts trying to get out of here without any further damage. Hart squares to bunt. Ball's in the dirt, and it is 1-0. Franks Pollock, the runner at first. Two outs in the inning. Potts set, misses outside with a fastball. Two and 0 now. Potts delivers and misses 3-0. Runner the lead off first, Potts. The 3-0 is in there for strike one. Hart still the luxury of being selective in the box here at 3-1. And with 2 outs, the runner can score from first on a ball in the gap. This one grounded to short, long, charges, throws across the diamond, and Lynchburg will get out of it with just 1 run. Hampton-Sydney does draw first blood, though, here in the top of the 5th. It's Tigers 1, Hornets nothing. Headed to the bottom, this is Lynchburg baseball on LHSN. Back here for the bottom of the 5th inning, Hampton-Sydney took a 1-0 lead in the top half. Defensive change for the Tigers. You saw the play out in center where Badine appeared to hurt his shoulder last inning and did stay in the game. The Tigers have now made a change in center field. Senior Matt Mulick will now patrol the middle third of the diamond for the Tigers. So hopefully everything's okay with Badine. He made a tremendous catch before falling to the ground and injuring himself, but apparently could not go on. Justin Woodall, however, carrying on for the Tigers, entering his 3rd inning of work now. He's thrown 2 shutout innings so far. Just 1 hit in those 2 innings. And he'll issue a leadoff walk to P.J. Alvanos here. The Lynchburg second baseman will trot over to first. It's the first walk of the ball game issued by either team. And here's Holden Fiedler, Lynchburg catcher. Fiedler's 0 for 1. He flied out to right. Junior from Richmond. Digs in. Alvanos gets his lead. Woodall set and the pitch. Right on the outside corner for strike 1. Alvanos a shorter lead this time. Woodall. Long set. Couple checks. Fiedler squares to bunt, but spins out of the way as it was up and in. And that one's going to get past the catcher into the backstop, and Alvanos will scamper over to second base. I'll go down as a pass ball on Beavers, the catcher. And we'll see if Fiedler is again interested in bunting now that the runner's gotten to scoring position without his help. Always a scary situation when you square to bunt and you see it flying at your face. Fiedler quick to spin out of the way. lucky to avoid it. No square, breaking ball. That one I'm fouled back off the catcher's mitt. 1-2. Now the count to Fiedler. Alvanos average speed at second. Outfield playing average depth. So an average single probably results in a play at the plate. Fiedler, this one up the middle. Shortstop ranges over, boots it, recovers in time to throw Fiedler out at first. Nice job by Boyce there to stick with the play, not panic after it skipped out of his glove. But Fiedler a productive out. Now there's a runner in scoring position. Runner at third and 1 out. Hornets ought to at least tie the game here. So Alvanos reached on a walk, up to second on a pass ball now. Over to third on the 6-3 ground out by Holden Fiedler. And Ryan Long, the freshman shortstop, steps in. That one, first pitch swinging, takes a breaking ball right through the hole into left field, and Lynchburg has tied the game. Be RBI number 9 of the season for Long. And his first hit of the afternoon. Great approach there by the freshman to hunt for something early in the count he could do something with. Jackson Harding now in the top of the Lynchburg lineup. 1 out. Ryan Long, the runner, on first. See if he thinks about making a run at second. Harding dug into the left-handed batter's box. Watches ball one miss high or outside. One of the two. Long, semi-aggressive lead. That one swung on, hit off the top of the cap of the bat there as Harding will reach on the bad throw. Tough play as the shortstop Boyce ranged in. Is unable to put the throw on the mark, and it will remain 1 out. Lynchburg now with something real brewing. First and second, good speed on the base paths, and power at the plate in the form of Garrett Jackson, today's DH. Umpires are getting together to talk about something. Unclear as to what the umpires are discussing here. It looked like something that Coach Jones might have brought to their attention, so I don't know if there's the potential of... Oh, it looked like Hampton-Sydney was asking for an appeal somewhere. Maybe that the first baseman did not pull his foot off the bag. I didn't see anything that looked like anybody might have been out on the play. But there's 1 out. Umpires signal to each other that the infield fly rule will be in effect, should that situation present itself. And Woodall steps off. Long, the runner on second. Harding, the runner on first, just reached on the error. Garrett Jackson at the plate for Lynchburg. And Justin Woodall comes set. Hampton-Sydney right-hander, long set, kicks and delivers. Breaking ball in for strike 1. Jackson turned out of the way. 0-1 now the count, 1 out. Double play would be huge for the Tigers here. Double in the gap, huge for the Hornets. Woodall comes set, the 0-1. Fastball swung right through it, did Jackson. Inning started with a leadoff walk by P.J. Alvanos. He scored on Long's RBI single through the left side, and Harding reached on an error by the shortstop to bring us where we are. That one grounded to short, should be two, and it's booted by Boyce at short, and everybody's safe. Hampton-Sydney having trouble fielding the ball cleanly this inning. And Boyce, the Tigers shortstop, slaps his mitt in disgust. But the bases are full of Lynchburg Hornets. That'll prompt a mound visit. Tigers assistant Robbie Bailey will make his way out there. Just going to have a little conference with the infield, say, hey, get it together. We're one ball out. Getting away from this. Kinston Carson will be the batter when we return to play here. Lynchburg center fielder has struck out and lined sharply to first base so far today. Carson hitting just .259, but he has 13 RBI on the season. A real good chance to add to that tally here. Any decent fly ball to the outfield will get one in. Long has good speed. The runner at third. Harding good speed at second. Garrett Jackson the runner at first. Kinston Carson digs in. One out. Woodall set and the pitch. Misses outside. That one's not handled well by Beavers, the catcher, but he does a good job to hustle over and pick it up before any runners think about moving up. 2 errors for Hampton-Sydney in the inning. Ball game tied at 1. This is bottom 5. First real stress on the Tiger defense. And Woodall misses high again. No place to put him. So Carson might get something to do some real damage with. Here now, 2-0 the count. Carson waves his bat, choked up a little bit. Takes that one in there for strike 1. Excuse me, the umpire signaling 3-0. Beavers again pulled out of the crouch, looking maybe to back pick at third base, and I feel like he stole a strike from himself there. That one looked like it got a good bit of the plate. So the 3-0. And Woodall's walked in the go-ahead run here in the 5th. Long will trot home and score. He who had the RBI single to tie it. We're going to have a pitching change for Hampton-Sydney. Ahead of Avery Neves, who's coming up. His mouth got to be watering at this one. The Old Dominion Athletic Conference's leader in home runs. Steps to the plate with a 2-1 lead, 1 out, and the bases loaded with his teammates. And step away real quick, and we'll be right back. Tell you about who's pitching next for Hampton-Sydney. 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. This is Lynchburg Baseball on LHSN. Aiden Williams, 6'3" right-hander from Suffolk, Virginia, is the new pitcher for Hampton-Sydney here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Williams coming in a tough spot, the toughest spot you could imagine against the Lynchburg lineup. The bases are full of Hornets. Lynchburg leads 2-1 here in the 5th, and Avery Neves steps into the right-handed batter's box. Neves, the ODAC's leader in home runs with 8. This is Williams' 5th appearance of the season. He's thrown 4 innings. Not allowed an earned run yet this year. And he gets ahead there with a first pitch breaking ball. Williams has allowed 2 unearned runs. 4 hits against him in 4 innings. The right-hander with the 0-1. Curveball misses low and away. Hampton-Sydney, a ground ball away from getting out of this thing without any further damage, though they have lost the lead already in this inning. Neves hoping to break the game open with a big hit. Looks at a fastball in the zone there. It's now 1-2. Neves has struck out and singled so far. The 1-2. Fouled off himself in the box. He steps gingerly away, but appears to be okay. Fixes his batting gloves, flexes his leg. Both dugouts with some life. Hampton-Sydney hoping mightily to get out of this one without any other damage. Lynchburg looking for the big hit. Williams the pitch. Just misses the outside corner. And it's now 2-2. Well, you're playing with fire when you take that pitch in the ODAC. Williams, the 2-2, struck him out with a breaking ball. That's out number 2. And a big one at that for the Hampton-Sydney freshman. Tigers not out of the woods yet. Avery Combs stepping in. Combs singled in the 2nd, flew out to center last inning. Bases loaded. Harding at 3rd. First pitch in there for a strike. Jackson at 2nd, and Carson, good speed over at 1st. Increasing Lynchburg's chances of clearing the bases on a 2-out double here. Combs, the left-handed hitter, ready. 0-1. That one blocked by Beavers nicely to save a run. One and one the count now with 2 outs. Lynchburg with 2 runs on 3 hits. They've committed 1 error. Hampton-Sydney 1 run on 1 hit. They've committed 2 fielding errors. Combs swings and pops it up. The shortstop Boyce makes the call, and Hampton-Sydney gets out of a big jam there, thanks in large part to the freshman Aiden Williams, who comes in and gets the last 2 outs with the bases loaded. But Lynchburg does take the lead here in the bottom of the 5th. Hornets 2, Tigers 1. We'll go to the 6th inning. This is Lynchburg Baseball on the Lynchburg Hornets Sports Network. Top of the 6th inning here on Fox Field. Lynchburg leading Hampton-Sydney 2-1 after a pair of runs in the bottom half of the 5th. And here's a new face at the plate for the Tigers. Center fielder Matt Mulick took over in the field last half inning after the injury to Ethan Badine. He'll face Zach Potts, who's entering his 2nd inning of work. Was touched up for a run last inning and misses with ball 1 here. Mulick hitting just 167 in 10 games. His 6 hits are all singles for the senior from Martinsville, former Carlisle Chief. But he's ahead 2-0 here, looking to give Hampton-Sydney a chance to punch back. Watches strike 1 there. It's now 2-1. Mulick, one of the captains of this Tiger ball club. 6 foot tall, 160. Swings through Potts' offering there. And it's 2-2. Just 1 hit so far for the Tigers. That was Max Lipscomb's double last inning, and he came around to score for the first run of the ball game. Mulick, kind of an excuse-me swing, flies that out to right, and Harding camps under it for out number 1. Lucas Burnett, the batter, victim of a pair of strikeouts, is the Gretna native. Yet another freshman in this freshman-heavy lineup for Hampton-Sydney. Potts, first pitch breaking ball fooled him. Oh, 1. Potts in the wind. Fastball fouled off, check swing. Burnett leads the Tiger team with 17 total bases. Also tied for the team lead with 7 walks. Fights another one off there. Right-hander versus right-hander, 0-2. Potts gets the sign. Time is called. Potts and Fiedler couldn't decide on what to offer. Burnett back in the box. Potts nods yes this time. That one's fouled off yet again. Count stays 0-2. This game originally supposed to be tomorrow, but with storms in the forecast pretty much all day, it looked like a washout. Coach Kinney and Coach Jones got together, said, hey, let's do it Tuesday instead. And there it goes. They got him swinging for strike number 2. Did Potts with nice breaking ball. So that's the hat trick for Lucas Burnett, and now Ryan Clausen steps in. Clausen grounded out to short in the 1st, flew out to center in the 4th. First offering, check swing, goes as ball 1. Now Clausen calls time. Another senior captain of this Hampton-Sydney team. Count now 2-0. Potts delivers. That one fouled off. 2-1 now the count. Fiedler a little pump fake there. Couldn't get the ball back to his pitcher. Two won the count, 2 outs. Clausen the hitter, Potts the pitcher. Right-hander delivers. In there for strike 2. Potts looking for a clean inning here. The 2-2. In on his hands, fought off. Remains 2-2. Lynchburg looking to move up to 3rd place in the ODAC standings. Currently tied for that 3rd place spot with Bridgewater at 4-2 in the league. Hampton-Sydney at 3-4, sitting in 7th. That one is hit hard into left center field. Nobody's going to catch that for Lynchburg as Carson and Neves meet at the James Fox Field signage. And that's going to be a stand-up double for Clausen. Second double of the game for the Tigers. First hit of the game for Ryan Clausen. Times called on the field as Clausen walking off, taking his batting gloves off. Just going to try to run on his... Looks like he had tweaked something earlier in the game. He's trotting in between first and second now. Athletic training staff told, no thanks, services aren't required. Here's Trey Carnes. He's struck out twice. Base hit could tie the game for Hampton-Sydney. Clausen just doubled the left center with 2 outs. Potts the delivery. In there for strike 1. Carnes 5 RBI on the season, including 1 home run. It's one of just 2 that Hampton-Sydney has hit so far this season. That one's stroked into right center. It'll get down, and Hampton-Sydney's tied the ball game. Kinston Carson does a nice job cutting that off and holding him to a single, but Carnes is fired up by the moment over there. He gets the dugout up with him. It's now a 2-2 ball game. A couple of 2-out hits, and Hampton-Sydney has evened the scoreboard here. Now Travis Beasley will come out for a chat with Potts. Holden Fiedler will also come out for the conference. Pretty simple conversation here. Hey, quit throwing it over the middle of the plate. Let's go. Let's get out of here. 1 out left to get. The first back-to-back hits for either team so far today. Hits kind of at a premium anyway. Around the ODAC today, quite a lot going on actually, as most teams seem to have moved their scheduled Wednesday ball games up here to Tuesday when the weather's nicer. Tell you about those here through Ryan Boyce's at bat. Hampton-Sydney shortstop was hit by a pitch in the second and struck out in the fourth. That one lined sharply past the first baseman and into right field. Another hit for Hampton-Sydney. Harding picks it up, gets it into second. But Carnes with some good base running will go over to third. And it's now first and third with 2 out. So the Tigers continue their threat. Here's Max Lipscomb, who doubled last inning, setting up the first Hampton-Sydney run of the game. Now with a chance to give his team the lead again, this time by driving somebody else in. Potts in the stretch, set and delivers. This one hit into the triangle in right field. Harding, long run, dives on the warning track and makes the play to end the inning. What a play by Jackson Harding, who ran a country mile to get to that ball. So excited he got up, started to run off without his hat or sunglasses. What a huge defensive play for the Hornets. And junior Jackson Harding gloving the ball in right field. Potts the first man to meet him as he comes back in toward the dugout. But Hampton-Sydney has tied the game at 2. Heading to the bottom of the 6th with the score 2-2. This is Lynchburg Baseball on the Lynchburg Hornets Sports Network. Bottom of the 6th inning here on Fox Field. Lynchburg and Hampton-Sydney knotted at 2. Tigers drew first blood in the 5th with a run. Lynchburg responded with 2 in the bottom half of the 5th, and then Hampton-Sydney tying the game up on an RBI single by Trey Carnes. Last half inning, excuse me. Could be much worse for the Tigers if not for solid relief outing, fireman outing from the man you see there, number 19, Aiden Williams. Got the last 2 outs with the bases loaded and now induces Gavin Collins to fly out to center here to start the bottom of the 6th. Williams came in, struck out Avery Neves. Got Avery Combs to pop up to short, all with the bases loaded. Lynchburg really could have broken this game open last half inning. Now with one out in the 6th, PJ Alvanos will step in. Alvanos led off last inning's rally with a walk. Moved to second on a pass ball, third on a ground out. And he scored on Ryan Long's single. 1-0 now the count to the left-handed hitting second baseman. Williams the pitch, curveball in there for strike one. Williams gets the sign into the wind with the 1-1 pitch. Fastball that runs back over the inside part of the plate, strike two. Alvanos crouches down a little more with 2 strikes. And that one ran in on him and grazed his arm. That'll be a free base runner for Lynchburg. PJ Alvanos is hit by the pitch. Williams trying to argue that Alvanos leaned into it. And Clausen, the third baseman, will meet with him and be like, hey, shake that off. Got to focus on the next hitter. So here's Holden Fiedler. Fiedler is flown out to right, grounded out to short. Was a productive out, however, as it moved Alvanos from second to third, and he later scored easily on the single. Now he's up to bat again with his teammate PJ Alvanos on the base pass. And there's the bunt from Fiedler. And the sacrifice does its job. He's thrown out at first, but Alvanos moves up to second now with 2 outs. Go down as a sacrifice. And Ryan Long, who had an RBI single last time, will look to do the same this time up. Long 1 for 2. Popped out to short his first time up. Williams the pitch, strike one. Long gets the sign, digs in, Williams waiting to get his own. Squints in at the catcher's signs, then comes set, no look to second. He'll deliver the pitch. It's fouled off 0-2 on Ryan Long. Two outs in the inning, 2-2 ball game. Bottom of the 6th. Williams checks again. Runner is moving, and strike 3 on the pitch. It will not matter as Long strikes out to end the inning. And another nice job with runners on the bases for Hampton-Sydney and Aiden Williams. We'll go to the 7th, tied at 2. This is Lynchburg Baseball on LHSN. Getting back to the action here. Headed into the 7th inning at Lynchburg's Fox Field. Hornets and the visiting Hampton-Sydney Tigers are tied at 2. Lots of baseball action around the ODAC today. As I mentioned earlier, a lot of teams seem to have the same idea of moving competition up to today with weather in the forecast for tomorrow. Emory and Henry leads Ferrum 3-2 down in far southwest Virginia. That's in the top of the 7th. Bottom of the 3rd, Shenandoah leading Bridgewater 4-0. Also top of the 3rd, Eastern Mennonite leading Washington and Lee by a 4-0 score. And in bottom 4, Randolph-Macon leads Virginia Wesleyan 6-2. Again, tied at 2, the score here. Zach Potts back out for his 3rd inning of work. Touched up for a run in each of the first 2 has been the Lynchburg right-hander. He'll face the catcher, Jay Beavers, who is singled and grounded out to the pitcher. That one stroked foul. Count now 1-1 on Beavers. Beavers, the sophomore from Alexandria, has one of Hampton-Sydney's 2 home runs so far this season. 4 RBI. Hitting just .207 headed into this game, though. Potts misses there outside, 2-1. Beavers steps in. Potts, the pitch. This is low. 3 balls, 1 strike. Lynchburg yet to walk a batter in this inning. Potts going to have to bear down here at 3-1. Keep that alive. Beavers upset with himself, fouls that one off. The 3-1 pitch he could do something with. Just didn't quite get to it. Three and 2 now for Beavers, who's leading off the 7th. That one swung on out to left field. It's going to stay fair, and Avery Neves will circle back around it. Beavers hustling to second. The throw will not get in there, and Beavers has a leadoff double for Hampton-Sydney. It's the 3rd double in as many innings for the Tigers. Now Holden Fiedler will call time. Go out and talk through signs with Potts. Perhaps a visit prompted by the fact that Hampton-Sydney appeared to have the signs 2 innings ago with the runner on second. Just going to run through what the sequence is, make sure they're on the same page. Hornets cannot afford a pass ball or a wild pitch at this point. Now as Fiedler trudges back behind the plate, designated hitter Julian Franks Pollock will step in. He's struck out and reached on an error. And Franks Pollock will square to bunt here. Potts turns around and looks the runner Beavers back to second. Potts gets the sign and comes set. Franks Pollock again squares to bunt. And got a good one to bunt, but he nicked it foul. 0-1 the count to the freshman DH for the Tigers. Potts drops the ball, but he wasn't on the rubber yet, so it's not a balk. Lynchburg right-hander comes set, checks the runner, Franks Pollock was squared to bunt, pulls it back, but it's called a strike. 0-2 now. Potts in the driver's seat in this at bat. See if they ask the freshman to bunt again here with 2 strikes. Roll the dice a little bit. 2-2 tie in the ball game. Hampton-Sydney has 5 hits, Lynchburg's 3. The Tigers have scored once in each of the last 2 half innings, looking to do the same again here. But it won't be Franks Pollock who does it as Potts sets him down on 3 straight pitches. Third strikeout for Potts. And here comes Travis Beasley, the Lynchburg associate head coach. And that looks like Potts has hit his pitch count, and that's going to be it for him. As the new pitcher will be Lynchburg's senior right-hander Grayson Thurman. We'll take a break real quick as Thurman warms up. And I'll be right back to tell you more about Grayson here in a minute. This is Lynchburg Baseball on the Lynchburg Hornets Sports Network. Grayson Thurman warming up on the mound for the Hornets. The senior from Lynch Station, Virginia, right down Highway 29 and a little bit off. Was a catcher at Alta Vista High School. Came to Lynchburg and they saw how hard he could throw the ball and stuck him on the mound, and stuck there he has. Thurman, all ODAC, all state honors. Making his 9th appearance of the season. That leads the team. He's got a 2.70 ERA, 1-1, 1 lost record, and 30 strikeouts in 13 1/3 innings. That's among the nation's best for strikeouts per 9 in Division III. See, he misses with ball 1 there to Tigers right fielder Timothy Hart. Thurman on in relief of Zach Potts as he gets up there in Hart's kitchen. Hart able to foul that one off. Looks like Joe Hutzler, running the camera down there at first, was able to dodge any harm. Nice to keep Joe on his toes every now and then, though. Thurman with the sign comes set. The 1-1 pitch. Fastball up and in, ball 2. Jay Beavers is the runner at second. He doubled off Potts to lead off this top of the 7th inning. And Potts struck out Julian Franks Pollock, and Lynchburg went to the pen. Thurman comes set. Great jump by Beavers, the catcher, but he's going to get in safely as Piers Collins missed the tag. Wonderful throw down by Holden Fiedler, the catcher. Coach Jones can't believe it. Collins can't believe it. Now the count is 3-1. There's one out in the inning still. And Hampton-Sydney has a runner on third. The go-ahead run on third, for that matter. Thurman gets the sign. Comes set. And misses with ball 4. So a walk to the number 9 hitter, Hart. And here's Matt Mulick, center fielder, entered the game in the 6th inning after the injury to Ethan Badine. Mulick flied out to right field his first time up. Beavers the runner at third, Hart the runner at first. Mulick squares to bunt, ball in the dirt blocked by Fiedler. 1-0, 1 out here in the 7th. Thurman in one of those high leverage situations that he's used to. Asked to get 2 big outs here. Comes set. Mulick squares to bunt again. That ball misses low. And it's 2-0. Hampton-Sydney takes some extra time getting the signs in. Thurman the pitch. Mulick does offer at it with the bunt and misses. 2-1. Thurman comes set, pigeon-toed as always. Makes the pitch, and Mulick was squared to bunt, but chose not to offer at strike 2. So 2-2. 2-2 is the score. 1 out here in the 7th. Thurman looking for a big out. Strikeout would be huge here. Ground ball double play would be huge here. And he gets the former. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball as Mulick goes down to a knee. And that's out number 2. Hart did steal second on the play, so Hampton-Sydney has second and third now with 2 down. So 2 runners in scoring position for the Tigers now with 2 out. Hampton-Sydney calls time. Lucas Burnett is the hitter. Burnett struck out 3 times so far today. See if his luck is any better against Thurman. These two went to rival high schools, Alta Vista and Gretna. That one chopped back to the pitcher, and Lynchburg's going to get out of it. Thurman fields it, flips over to Combs at first, and what a fireman job for Grayson Thurman. Had a runner on third and 1 out, and Hampton-Sydney cannot bring him home to take the lead here. We're stretching in Lynchburg. Be back with the bottom of the 7th. 2-2, Hampton-Sydney and the Hornets. This is Lynchburg Baseball on the Lynchburg Hornets Sports Network. Another new arm for Hampton-Sydney here in the bottom of the 7th. Yet another right-hander, number 10, Owen Tappy, sophomore out of Charlotte, North Carolina. Tappy making his 7th appearance of the season for Hampton-Sydney. 5.56 ERA, 2 wins, 1 loss. 13 strikeouts in 11 1/3 innings. He'll face Jackson Harding in the top of the Hornet order. Harding, first pitch swinging, popped up in foul territory behind third base. Ranging over and unable to make the play, apparently, is Ryan Clausen, as the wind must have been doing crazy things with that one up in the atmosphere. Clausen tracked back into foul territory, began to stumble over to fair territory, but wasn't able to get a glove on it. Was the Hampton-Sydney captain and third baseman. So new life for Jackson Harding, 0-1 the count. You'll watch strike 2 in there from Tappy. Harding 0 for 3, but he did reach on an error in the 5th. That was the inning in which Lynchburg has scored so far. 2-2 is the score here in the bottom of the 7th as Harding watches ball 1. Tappy, the 4th pitcher of the day for the Tigers. Trenton Tiller went the first 2. Then Jeff Kinney and his staff moved on to Justin Woodall. That one jam shot to second base, dropped by the second baseman Burnett. And Jackson Harding is aboard again on an error for the 2nd time today. We go down as an E4. It's Lucas Burnett. Just had that hit off the heel of his glove. So Lynchburg with a rally brewing here in bottom 7. Garrett Jackson steps in. He struck out twice and also reached on an error. Both those Hampton-Sydney errors key in Lynchburg taking the lead at the time in the 5th. Jackson swings hard. He was trying to give the Hornets the lead with one swing there. 0-1. Coach Jones calls time. Wants to talk to his junior power hitter. Garrett Jackson with 7 extra base hits on the year. 7 of his 18 hits gone for multiple bases, including 5 home runs. He's driven in 14. Jackson looks at his bat, taps the plate, gets into his stance. Tappy getting the sign. Harding the leadoff first. Tappy set. And the pitch, there's strike 2. (0-2) now the count to Jackson. Nobody out, runner on first. 2-2 the score. Tappy gets the sign, checks the runner. Set and delivers. Off-speed pitch, got him swinging. 3rd strikeout of the day for Garrett Jackson, and a huge out for Owen Tappy and the Hampton-Sydney Tigers. Kinston Carson back in. Lynchburg center fielder drew a bases-loaded walk that brought home the Hornets' 2nd run of the ball game back in the 5th. He's also struck out and lined out to first. 1 out, Jackson Harding still the runner at first. And he's moving. It was a hit and run on the play, and Carson did offer at it, but let's see if the umpires saw it. Yeah, Nathan Hamlet, the first base umpire, says yes, he did swing. Wasn't a pretty swing, it was a late swing, which means it almost certainly had to be a hit and run. But Harding easily steals 2nd, and the go-ahead runs in scoring position for Lynchburg. The unfortunate side of it, of course, is that Carson's now down 0-1 when Harding would have had the bag stolen easily. Now a 1-1 count, as that one's nowhere close. Skinny, as his teammates call him, looking for his 15th RBI of the season. That might do it, as that one's pulled down the right field, and that's going to carry out easily a home run for Kinston Carson as he turns that pitch around from Tappy and deposits it into the woods down by Beaver Point. That's Carson's first home run of the year, and Lynchburg has a 4-2 lead here in the bottom of the 7th inning. The Hornet dugout explodes with joy. Looking back on it, that was kind of a no-doubter off Carson's bat. Neves, first pitch swinging. Center fielder Munich ranges under it. Makes the catch close to his chest. That's out number 2. Neves was thinking back-to-back there. Didn't quite get enough of it. Here's Avery Combs with 2 outs. Combs, first pitch swinging, chops it to second. Burnett handles the weird hop, throws over to first, and that will do it for the inning. Hampton-Sydney escapes any further damage, but Kinston Carson, the big swing, here in the bottom of the 7th, gives Lynchburg a 4-2 lead as Grayson Thurman comes back out for the 8th. The Hornets look to slam the door. This is Lynchburg Baseball on the Lynchburg Hornets Sports Network. Back here for the top of the 8th inning, Hampton-Sydney now facing a 4-2 deficit against the home-standing Lynchburg Hornets, thanks to a 2-run home run by Kinston Carson in the bottom half of the 7th. Grayson Thurman entering his 2nd inning of work. Got 2 big outs last inning to put a 0 on the board despite a leadoff double for the Tigers. Thurman misses with ball 1. And misses again low with ball 2. Defensive change for the Hornets as Josh Jorman comes in to play first base, as has kind of become the routine if Lynchburg has a late lead. Opt for the defensive-minded Jormond over there, the left-handed sophomore. Thurman behind 3-0 now to Ryan Clausen, the Hampton-Sydney third baseman and captain. The last thing you want to do here is put the leadoff runner aboard via walk after just taking the lead in the half inning prior. That's exactly what will happen. Clausen draws a 4-pitch walk, and the Tigers have something brewing. bring up Trey Carnes. Carnes has struck out twice and had an RBI single back in the 6th. That single tied the game at 2. Lynchburg averted any other damage in that inning. He watches curveball in there for strike 1. Dodged trouble again in the 7th. And then Carson's big swing put the Hornets ahead last half. Thurman comes set. Curveball misses high. Nobody out, runner on first. 1-1 count to Trey Carnes. Thurman the 1-1. Another curveball misses high. Carnes, the second highest batting average of any of the regulars on this Hampton-Sydney team. That one in the dirt, scoots past Fiedler, and Clausen will move up 90 on the wild pitch. That's a ball that if you're holding Fiedler, you know you got to block. Keep that double play in order. Water under the bridge now for the Hornets. Got to focus on getting Carnes out. Carnes ahead 3-1, can look for something to drive, maybe tie this game up. Thurman comes set. The pitch. Slides softly to right, and that's going to land in no man's land. Jackson Harding can't get to it. They hold the runner at third as the throw comes through, and it's 1st and 3rd now. And you see for good reason why, as Jackson Harding rifled that one home. But 1st and 3rd, nobody out. Certainly trade a run for a double play here if you're Lynchburg. Ryan Boyce, the shortstop, steps in as Holden Fiedler gives the defense instructions on the 1st and 3rd situation. Hampton-Sydney, a team that likes to run. Have not seen them start the base runners yet. Well, I take that back. Beavers, the catcher, stole 3rd last inning. Thurman set, throws over to 1st. But nothing doing for Hampton-Sydney. Fiedler given more signs now. Lynchburg clinging to a 4-2 lead. Runners at 1st and 3rd, nobody out. The pitch. Curveball in for a strike. Boyce, the shortstop, gets the signs from his dugout. Carnes at 1st. Clausen at 3rd. Thurman, the pitcher, set. Throws over to 1st. Again, nothing going on there. Thurman. Long hold. Curveball swung through it. Did Boyce. Boyce, a sophomore and the team captain, or one of the 3 for Hampton-Sydney. Don't see that every day. Shows the vote of confidence he's got from his teammates and the coaching staff after just 1 year in the program. Thurman misses high with a curveball, 1-2. I can recall a couple sophomore captains over the years, but not very many. Thurman set, throws over, did catch Carnes leaning, but nothing to do there. He still beats the throw back in plenty of time. Middle infield at double play depth. Thurman set. Carnes, big lead, is running. Fiedler the throw, not in time. But Boyce does strike out for the first out of the inning. Runner at third did not attempt to move up. Clausen read the throw. But it will be a stolen base for Trey Carnes. One out, runners on second and third now. And Lipscomb, who started Hampton-Sydney's rally in the fifth with a double, is in. He then flew out to right field to end the sixth. Here he is in the eighth with a chance to tie the game with a base hit. Grayson Thurman, set. First pitch curveball misses. Lynchburg defense mostly at normal depth. Collins even with the bag. Alvanos holding the runner a little bit. Now backs up to where second baseman normally play. Lipscomb swings through the 1-0, a fastball high. See him turn and ask the home plate umpire, is that up? Yes, sir, it was. 1-1, one out. Thurman the pitch. Got in on his hands there, and it's just fouled off. That's all he can do with it. One ball and two strikes now. Thurman, the most efficient strikeout pitcher in the ODAC, could really use one right now. Gets his sign and comes set. Pitch in the dirt, blocked nicely by Fiedler, and the runners have to stay put. Till Clausen was chomping at the bit to come home there if that ball got to the backstop. But a nice job by the Hornet catcher. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out. Hampton-Sydney looking to tie this 4-2 ball game against Grayson Thurman. Lynchburg senior hit Lipscomb right in the back, and that will load the bases. '89 in the kidney, can't feel good. Got to admire Max Lipscomb. He didn't even really react. He just took his base and hustled down there. Now he's motioning about how much it hurts and smiling. So after all, he is on base. And here comes Travis Beasley to talk to his senior right-hander. And it looks like he is going to take the ball from Grayson Thurman. So we'll have a pitching change here with 1 out in the 8th. And Hampton-Sydney trying to tie the game here with the bases loaded. It's going to be left-hander Adam Doffelmeyer. Doffelmeyer, another senior from Harrisonburg, left-hander, spent his freshman year at King University in Bristol, Tennessee, before making his way over to Lynchburg. This will be Doffelmeyer's 10th appearance of the season. It is the most on the team. He's thrown 10 innings. It's an ERA of 0.90. 1 home run allowed. Got a 2-0 record. Just 1 earned run in 10 innings. He's walked 5 and struck out 10. Jay Beaver's going to be up in another big spot, the sophomore catcher for Hampton-Sydney. Beavers led off last inning with a double. but was unable to come home. Doffelmeyer trying to wriggle out of yet another situation as Thurman did last inning. Thurman will total 3 outs recorded, 1 full inning pitched, although he came in with 1 out in an inning and is now leaving with 1 out in an inning. Doffelmeyer's walk-up song saying, "I am the fireman." That's what he's going to have to be right here. Because certainly this is the Tigers' best threat of the ball game. I guess also the 5th inning. Excuse me, the 6th inning when they had a couple of runners on base. Lynchburg clinging to a 4-2 lead, 1 out. Clausen at third, Carnes at second, Lipscomb at first, and Beavers, the hitter at the plate for the Tigers. Adam Doffelmeyer trying to wriggle out of trouble for Lynchburg. First pitch, misses inside for ball 1. Doffelmeyer gets the sign. Everybody taking their time through this inning. Second pitch swinging, and that's going to get down for a hit for Beavers. Oh, excuse me, it's fouled. Called foul. Beavers about delivered a carbon copy of his double an inning ago, but he must have gotten around it just a little more because it hooked foul. Really hard to see the line down there in left field amid the shadows, especially early in the year when leaves aren't on the trees yet. And I understand I'm making excuses for myself, and I could have just watched the umpire, but what's the fun in that? Beavers a deep breath, becoming one with his bat as he stares at it. Now he's back in the box ready to go. 1-1 count, 1 out. Doffelmeyer set and the pitch. Misses high with a fastball. Fiedler runs through the signs, which are a little more complicated with a runner at second. Takes some time. And he spikes that off-speed pitch in the dirt. 3-1 now the count. Nowhere to put him. So Beavers can really look for something to hit here. Does have 1 home run on the season. Does the HSC catcher. The lefty Doffelmeyer, the sign, the set, the pitch. That missed somewhere for ball 4, and it'll walk a run in as Clausen comes in and taps home with his cleat. And here is Julian Franks Pollock, who's going to get some instructions from head coach Jeff Kinney. Kinney in his 18th year at the helm of Hampton-Sydney. The Tigers have enjoyed some great success in his tenure there, including a couple of ODAC tournament runs. Franks Pollock just needs to get that guy in from third to tie the ball game. Doffelmeyer needs a ground ball. And he gets one, but it's foul. 0-1 the count to the freshman DH. One run in already on the bases loaded walk by Beavers. And the base is full of Tigers as Franks Pollock calls time. Everybody ready now, and Doffelmeyer the pitch. Breaking ball in there for strike 2. Franks Pollock purses his lips and nods. Yeah, it was a strike. Wasn't the one he was looking for. Now he'll have to shuttle into a 2-strike approach. Doffelmeyer the set. And check swing on a ball in the dirt, blocked by Fiedler. He did not go, says the first base umpire. Tense moments here on Fox Field late in a conference ball game. Adam Doffelmeyer gets the sign, comes set. The 1-2 pitch. That one grounded to short, could be 2. Not going to have time for it. Long comes across the diamond, records the 1 out that Lynchburg needed. The second out of the inning, but it'll be an RBI ground out for the freshman, Franks Pollock. And that will tie the ball game at 4. Little bit of a too good of a job situation there by Doffelmeyer, who got the really weak contact he needed. But it was so weak that Lynchburg didn't have a chance to roll the double play and get out of the inning with the lead intact. Now a dangerous situation here still. Second and third, 2 out. The number 9 hitter, Timothy Hart, looks at ball 1 in the dirt. Nice job by Fiedler to block it. Infield at normal depth with there being 2 out. Only play is at first on a ground ball. Outfield playing slightly shallow on the light hitting number 9 hitter. 1-0 the count. Doffelmeyer delivers. That one in the dirt. Hart skips out of the way. Hart 0 for 2 today with the walk. Doffelmeyer set, and the pitch. Off balance swing. Not what you want, 2-0. Now it's 2-1. Doffelmeyer ready for the 2-1. The pitch. Bends that one in there. 2-2. The 2-2. Down in the dirt, swung on and missed. Holden Fiedler hangs on to it, and Lynchburg gets out of the inning, but not before Hampton-Sydney scores 2 to tie it. We are headed to the bottom of the 8th. Hampton-Sydney 4, Lynchburg 4. This is Lynchburg Baseball on LHSN. Back here for the bottom of the 8th. Lynchburg 4 and Hampton-Sydney 4. Old Dominion Athletic Conference midweek baseball action. Tigers just scored 2 in the top half of the 8th inning to tie the ball game. And now Lynchburg will look to reassume the lead against the 5th pitcher of the day for the Tigers, the right-hander Kieran Conway. Conway comes in. This is his team-high 8th appearance, 4.05 ERA and 0-1 record. Conway, the junior from Chesapeake, Virginia. And Gavin Collins will greet him, the Lynchburg third baseman. Collins is 0 for 3 today. Struck out, called out on an interference play, and flew out to center field his last time up in the 6th. 0-1 now. Conway, deep breath, and misses with a breaking ball. Collins been hot of late, but not today to this point. Watches that fastball miss high. A walk is as good as a single here, as they say. As Lynchburg looking to rally for the 2nd straight inning. Hampton-Sydney took the lead in the top of the 5th, 1-0. That one's in there for strike 2, 2-2 now to Collins. Lynchburg then scored 2 in the bottom half of the 5th to take a 2-1 lead. Tigers tied it in the 6th, and Lynchburg scored 2 more in the 7th to lead 4-2 on a Kinston Carson home run. Hampton-Sydney promptly responded with a couple of runs in the top of the 8th to bring us to 4-4, and right here in bottom 8, where Gavin Collins faces a full count as the leadoff hitter for Lynchburg. 4 runs on 6 hits and 3 errors for Hampton-Sydney, 4-4-1 across the line for Lynchburg, and there's the walk to Collins to lead off the inning. Second leadoff walk issued by Tiger pitching today. P.J. Alvanos, who steps to bat now, led off the 5th inning with a walk. He came around to score on Ryan Long's RBI single. Alvanos gets the sign from Coach Jones, checks his wristband, and steps in. Conway checks the runner. And the pitch, Alvanos squares to bunt. That one misses inside as he pulls back away and mutters to himself, probably something to the effect of, that might have hurt. Maybe to the effect of, should have worn it, I'd be on first base right now. Knowing PJ, that's probably what he was saying to himself. Nonetheless, see if he squares to bunt again here, 1-0. Collins the runner on first. Conway throws over. Nice job by the first baseman, Carnes, to step in front of that and keep Collins where he is. What was a rather errant pickoff throw. They all have a laugh about it. Now it's back to business. Conway set on the rubber. The pitch. Alvanos squares to bunt, stabs at it, and that's strike 1. Both teams having trouble getting bunts down here today. Lynchburg did manage to get one, Holden Fiedler. Collins, the runner moving, and Alvanos spanks that one into center field. Collins is going to go first to third easily on the single, and P.J. Alvanos with another big 8th inning hit, just like he had Saturday, to help spark a Lynchburg rally. Nobody out, runners on first and third. The Hornets looking to rally again for a 2nd straight inning. Nice job on the hit and run, although Alvanos would have found some outfield grass with that line drive no matter if the play was on or not. Beavers calling out instructions to the Hampton-Sydney infield. And now Robbie Bailey will come out to have a chat with his pitcher, Conway. The Hampton-Sydney pitching coach pulls his neck gaiter up. Still COVID-19 precautions in place, although we're playing ball here. Look at both dugouts and see masks, well, for the most part. And teams spread down through the bullpens, trying to keep people away from each other as much as we can. The neck gaiters are an especially popular accessory with the baseball crowd. As you know, when you're playing ball, you're really not close to anybody a whole lot. But when you are, you can just pull that thing up and hopefully keep everybody safe. The conference at the mound with the entire Tiger infield is complete. Everybody walks back to their positions. The pace of this game has slowed seriously in the last 2 innings. Nobody scored in the first 4. We really seem to be rolling through. But now with more traffic on the base paths, a little more intentional discussion, plays on, signs given, etc. As we approach the 3-hour mark in this game. Holden Fiedler, the catcher. Runners on first and third. First pitch swinging. Flied to center and short. Collins tags. The throw. Collins is coming. The throw is offline. And that will be a go-ahead sacrifice fly by Holden Fiedler, who I'm sure everybody in the ballpark didn't know if that was going to be deep enough to score it. But Fiedler delivers in the clutch. Nice throw there by Mulick in center, just offline. It would have been in time had it been directed at the plate or up the line. Now bring Ryan Long to the plate. Gavin Collins walked to lead off the inning. A nice hit and run single by Alvanos moved Collins to third. And Fiedler delivered the sacrifice fly we just saw. And that's where we are in the bottom of the 8th inning. Long, 1 for 3 today. He had an RBI single in the 5th. Gave Lynchburg its first run of the ball game. Watches strike 1 there with the fastball. Alvanos, the runner at first. Infield and double play depth. Conway set. Long hold. The pitch. Called play on the back pick, but Alvanos dives back in safely. Shows the respect for the running game there, pitching out the run 1 deficit. As Alvanos inches off the bag at first again. Conway ready and delivers. Alvanos is running. Long, a self-defense swing there, fouls it back. Right back at us here in the Dan Woldridge press box. Send our best to Dan if he's watching. Former Lynchburg baseball standout and first commissioner of the Old Dominion Athletic Conference. Dan been a longtime supporter of not just Lynchburg athletics, but Division III athletics. Did a ton for the conference to bring national championship events to this region. Know he watches every now and then. Wish him the best if he is today. Conway misses there. 2-2 now the count to Long. Conway the 2-2. Alvanos shifting his feet. Will not go, but now he's going to get up there for free. As Conway had the death grip on that one and spiked it. Full count now for Long, looking for his second hit of the ball game and his second RBI should he be able to deliver it. The payoff pitch coming from Conway. Checks the runner at second. Will do it again as Long fouls it straight back. Remains a beautiful day for baseball in Lynchburg, Virginia. Wind has died down a little bit from the early part of the afternoon. Saw it mess with a couple balls. Trees just starting to bud out here at Fox Field. Conway set. The 3-2. And that will get by the catcher as Long draws the walk, and Alvanos moves up on yet another wild pitch. There's the one-out walk to Ryan Long. And Jackson Harding, the leadoff hitter, will come up. Jackson still looking for his first hit of the ball game. He's 0 for 4, but he's reached on an error twice. And he came around to score on Kinston Carson's go-ahead homer in the 7th. Got a chance to help the Hornets add to their 5-4 lead here in the 8th with one out. Alvanos, the runner at third. Long, the runner at first. Infield playing halfway in. Harding squares to bunt and takes it back as ball one misses low. Conway talking into his glove. Usually when you're doing that, you're not happy with yourself. And Beavers, the catcher, will go out and try to calm his pitcher down. Righty has had trouble finding the strike zone so far this inning. 2 walks out of the 4 batters he's faced. He's retired 1 guy. That was the sacrifice fly by Holden Fiedler. Everybody back now. Harding ready at the plate. Conway the 1-0. Runner's going. Ball misses outside. Beavers feigns the throw. Try to see if they could get Alvanos a little too aggressive at third, but nothing doing. And now it is second and third, the double play out of order for Lynchburg, and Harding will draw the intentional walk. Bases full of Lynchburg Hornets yet again. Last time that happened in the 5th, Lynchburg scraped across 2 runs. One already across here in the 8th as the Hornets have retaken the lead. And Garrett Jackson must be salivating at this opportunity. Lynchburg DH swings through what looked like a changeup for strike 1. Jackson struck out 3 times this afternoon. He's also reached on an error. Reached on his first strikeout as well. It was a wild pitch. Looking to do some damage here and watch a strike 2 catch the inside corner. Top 2 guys in the Hornet order have not recorded a hit, yet Lynchburg still has 5 runs on the board. And Jackson, the number 2 hole hitter, a chance here as he watches ball 1. Alvanos at third, Long at second, and Harding at first. Good speed on the base paths for the Hornets. Should a ball find its way to the gap, likely make it an 8-4 ball game. 1-2 now. Conway delivers. Jackson fouls that one off. 2019 ODAC Rookie of the Year has 5 home runs on the season. The pitch. That one smoked past the second baseman and into the outfield. At least 1 run will score. Here comes the second. Long will score standing up, and Harding is in a rundown between second and third. And Boyce will tag him out. Jackson moves up to second, as that's just the second out of the inning. So a 2-run single for Garrett Jackson makes it a 7-4 ball game. Here comes Kinston Carson. Carson delivered a 2-run home run that put the Hornets on top last inning. Lynchburg has since relinquished the lead and taken it back with 3 runs here in the bottom of the 8th. 2 outs now. Carson looking to do more damage. Shrugs his way outside of that one. And it's 1-0 to the left-handed Lynchburg center fielder. That one swung on in foul territory down the left field line and will find the grass before the Tigers get to it. 1-1 now the count to Kinston Carson. Carson RBI in his last 2 plate appearances. Hit the 2-run homer in the 7th. Drew a bases-loaded walk in the 5th. Got another chance for one of those with Jackson standing at second here. Takes that one, missed lower inside, couldn't tell which. Two and 1 the count to Carson. Tappahannock native wearing number 8. Graduate student. Swings at another one, popped up down the third base line. Everybody giving chase. And it is caught in left field. Nice sliding play there by Lipscomb that will end the inning, but not before Lynchburg strikes for 3 runs. Takes a 7-4 lead into the top of the 9th, and the Hornets will try to close it out when we come back. This is Lynchburg Baseball on the Lynchburg Hornets Sports Network. Back here for the top of the 9th inning. Lynchburg trying to close out Hampton-Sydney, and left-hander Adam Doffelmeyer will have to do it against a pinch hitter to start. Tigers' Nick Grohowski, Chesterfield native, making his first appearance of the ball game as a pinch hitter in the leadoff spot. That one a jam shot to third. Collins over, fields it across, 2 outs to go. 5-3 on the putout. Ball game was tied at 4, headed to the bottom of the 8th. Lynchburg scored 3 runs to take that 7-4 lead. And here's Lucas Burnett, the second baseman, who's 0 for 4. Lynchburg looking to improve to 5-2 in the ODAC. Burnett, first pitch swinging, fouled off. Tigers disperse in the near side of the dugout. Forgot to mention a defensive change. Carson Atkins in center field for Lynchburg. Moves Kinston Carson over to right and Jackson Harding out of the ball game. That one chopped to first. Jormund ranging over. Doffelmeyer over to cover, and the Hornets record out number 2. Couple of lefties combined for the put out there, and the Hornets are an out away. But it's a dangerous out in senior third baseman Ryan Clausen. Clausen, 1 for 3. Doubled in the 6th, walked in the 8th. Scored both times. Looks at strike 1 there with the game on the line. Doffelmeyer came in, allowed a pair of inherited runs to score. That one grounded to short. It should do it. Long. Fields on 3 hops across the diamond, and Lynchburg is 5-2 in Old Dominion Athletic Conference play and 12-8 overall. Adam Doffelmeyer earns the win in relief as Lynchburg strikes for 2 in the 5th, 2 in the 7th, and 3 in the 8th to win 7-4. Both teams with 6 hits. Hampton-Sydney made 3 errors. Lynchburg was able to capitalize on. And the Hornets able to come away with victory here in this tough rivalry and snap a 3-game losing streak against their rivals from over there south of Farmville. The big hit, a 2-run home run from Kinston Carson in the 7th, and then a 2-run single from Garrett Jackson in the 8th after the Hornets took the lead on a Holden Fiedler sacrifice fly. Brandon Pond dazzled with 4 no-hit innings to lead off, and then Hampton-Sydney's bats started to wake up. But the Hornets able to have it in the end thanks to some clutch hitting from the middle of that order that had been missing earlier in the game. Thank you all for joining us today as Ray Wiley Hubbard's Snake Farm, the official victory song of Lynchburg baseball, plays. Been a pleasure keeping you company here on the Lynchburg Hornet Sports Network. I'm Mark Robertson for cameraman Joe Hutzler and director Sam Rice. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you again next time on the Lynchburg Hornet Sports Network.